Hey guys, it's Jess and I am going to be doing just a little bit of a craft room tour today. I really don't have enough room to actually create anything on my desk like I would normally do for a live on a Monday night. So I figured that I would come on and just kind of show you guys what's going on in my craft room, and I'm just sort of in progress right now. Things are kind of everywhere, so don't judge me too harshly. But yeah, so I just figured that we would kind of take a look around the craft room and see like what I've done so far. I've gotten some new furniture recently, and oops, sorry, that was my finger. I've gotten some new furniture recently, and I think it's gonna help a lot. Sorry, it's gonna look weird because I'm like looking in between the camera and your comments. Hi guys, hey Stacy, hey Tracy, hey Lisa, hey Georgia, Angela, Gail, hi guys. So sorry, it's like I'm not looking at the camera, but I can't see your comments if I look at the camera. So it is what it is, I guess. Hey, Molly. Okay, so I just figured while it's still daylight and I have a little bit of light in here, I will show you what's going on. So I'm standing in front of the door right here. This actually leads down into my kitchen. Hey, Rachel. And then I also have another door over there that leads like into our bedrooms and stuff. So it has a door on both sides. My craft room is actually the room over the garage. So it has like a slanty roof on one side, and then it has doors on two sides. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll take a look. Warning if you missed it, my room is really messy right now, so don't judge me too harshly, but I'm in process. Or in the process of getting everything like cleaned and organized and all of that. So hopefully I'll have a functional craft room sometime in the near future. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna turn around. Hi, Anna. Here we go. Okay, so I'll try not to give you motion sickness too much. So just for reference, I'm gonna try not to spin too fast. This is the door that goes down to my kitchen. That bundle of cords on the floor is actually my router and my internet and all of the Wi-Fi things. So that's a little scary. We need to fix that. My goal is that I'm gonna put a little shelf right here on the side of my bookshelf and set the router and all of that on top of it. So this is just kind of where we're coming from. This is just a bag of bags so that I can recycle them. But yeah, anyway, okay, so over here, I have a window, and you might catch a glimpse of my kids like running around because they're running around the house right now to get their energy out. But I have a nice big window. The blinds are up right now to let more light in. On the floor over there is just like some empty bins with some pattern paper on top. These big whiteboard things on the floor are actually what I use to take my photos on sometimes. So you can see here I have one propped up, and this is a sneak peek of a project for this week actually. But I have one sitting on top of my little cart thing here, and it's just in the window so that I have natural light. So I put it on top here, and I put some patterned paper on top like that. And then I actually use the other whiteboards that are down there to reflect the light back at my photos to help make it so that it's like a little more even and not dark and all that. Hopefully get rid of some of the shadows. But yeah, so like I'm not fancy at all. I just use what I have available, and currently that's what I have available. So nothing fancy, like I said. All right, so this cart is going to be used. So like I said, I'm in the process of like reorganizing and all that. So this cart is what I'm going to be storing all of my scrapbook stuff in. So here I have like all my Prima flowers, all kinds of just flowers, I don't know, embellishments. I've got a ton of little birdie crafts flowers, like embellishments from Heidi Swap. Hey, Belinda. Just random stuff like that. And then back here, I've got like a million different little chipboard packs and stuff. So I've got those, some letters, just embellishments and things like that. And then in the middle, I'm keeping my sticker books right now. So this is all just, hi Pamela. This is all in process right now. I'm just kind of shoving things where I want them to go generally. And then as I figure out my craft room and storage, I will kind of reorganize and make it look prettier. But for now, that's that. I've got my little cart. So new, this used to be where my computer was. So I had my computer sitting right here. Now you can see I have a sewing machine, which I always had a sewing machine, but I just didn't have it out. And I wanted to be able to have it out in case I wanted to do any stitching on my layouts or things like that. Or if I just needed to like quick hem a project or something so that it wasn't a big ordeal. So now I've got a little sewing space, so that's going to be cool. And then I just moved my Cricut to over here. And I'm working on getting my drawers organized. So underneath here would be like, I'm going to be storing, this is all vinyl and stuff. So I'm going to store all of my tools and stuff that are related to the Cricut in the drawers underneath. Currently, there's a whole lot of stuff on the floor. There's stuff everywhere, so don't judge me like I said. Then I've got my printer, obviously, to print things. Can't live without that. This is a, hey Jen, a ton of cardstock and patterned paper packs. So that's all still obviously in process. I got to figure out what I'm doing with all of it and how I'm going to store it. And then this, gosh, it's such a mess over here. This is my layouts that I've already made recently. So I've got like my little one that I made for Brutus Monroe, and then this little one. So I've been experimenting with some different sizes. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having fun. So I've been making a lot of layouts lately. But so I haven't figured out the storage for all of these drawers yet. Currently, the bottom one there has like some photo props and stuff like that. But I'm going to rearrange all of this. Like I said, sorry, try not to give you guys motion sickness or anything. Down there is like jewelry making supplies, which I took out of one of the drawers over here. So still in flux. Panning over this way. So I've got some stuff on the floor over here because like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Sorry for that noise. I think my husband is opening the garage door. Perks of being an over the garage crafter. So this is just some stuff that I've taken out of some drawers. That's like a bunch of punches and whatever. This little marker organizer my husband actually just made for me, but I haven't cleared enough space on my desk for it to actually go on my desk yet. But it's got all my Spectrum Noir markers in there. So once I clear my desk off, that will go up on my desk. I've got these bookshelves. My husband actually built this like set of drawer things. It used to just be shelves. Lord have mercy. I don't know why they're opening and closing the garage door repeatedly, but sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it seems really loud to me. Okay, so these drawers are all definitely in flux because I've been taking things out of them, but we're going to build drawer fronts for them. And the goal with this furniture here is that I will eventually have it painted white. So it will match, like all my room will be white pretty much, except for my accents and obviously the supplies. So yeah, he built me these drawers, which I tried to make look pretty, but it didn't work. But yeah, they just pull right out. Like this one, it's got like a ton of office supply stuff in it. They're really good sizes. Yeah, like this one has all my adhesives. So it's got my new AdTech glue gun, all my glue sticks, double-sided tapes, refills of rolls, and then just kind of like loose adhesives and stuff back here. Pixie spray. Hi, Tina. And then like my dots and zots and all that. Down here, empty drawer. Used to be my paint drawer, but I have since moved that. And then this one is kind of like a temporary mixed media drawer, but this is all in process also. But it has a lot of my stencils in it and stuff I use for my gel plate and some canvases. This one, this stuff just got moved in here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. Hi, Heidi. It's got like random tools that I don't use as much. So it's got like a punch board, an envelope punch board, the fuse tool, like a little paper crinkler or something. This one is currently empty. This one is a scary drawer. This drawer has like a bunch of half-finished projects in it. So like here, it's like backgrounds, ink blended panels, stenciled backgrounds, stuff that's like partially die cut out of. It's a lot. This one has like stamped images. If I can't really do this one-handed, I don't think. Let's see. That's the wrong side. Hey, okay. This one has like stamped, oh, it would help if I was in the frame. Stamped stuff that I haven't colored yet. So it's just stamped out or printed out or whatever and not yet colored. It also has like, yeah, half-finished projects and cards and all kinds of stuff. Like, look at these cuties. These little penguins. They're so cute. Anyway, but yeah, so it has a lot of half-finished stuff, so I really need to tackle that drawer. This drawer has lots of envelopes. That's pretty much everything that's in this drawer is envelopes. So I've got giant envelopes and mid-size envelopes and some note cards from before I really started card making myself, mostly envelopes. And then the top one's empty. Up here, I have my 6x6 pattern paper pads. So I have 2 bins with those. And then this actually was a spice rack. And I just put eyelets in it. So all of my eyelets are sorted by color, and brads too. So eyelets and brads, they're all sorted by color. And it's really convenient to just be able to spin it around and take off the one that I need. So I like that. Over here is my pretty wall of buttons. I actually just used some on a project, which I'll probably end up showing you when I show you my desk. I'm sorry this is so wobbly, you guys. I'm literally holding the camera, and apparently I have really shaky hands. So when I film a craft room tour, I'll make sure I have some other means of holding the camera. But yeah, those are my buttons. Coming down this way, this is all my Distress Oxide inks. So, hi Donna. There's a couple that I haven't labeled yet with their little colors, but I have the stuff to do it down there. But yeah, so I label and ink all of them so I know what the colors look like, and it's just pretty to look at. This thing is actually like a light board. So you turn it on, woo, and then you actually put letters and stuff on it, which are in here. And you can spell out words and phrases and stuff, just so that you have cute messages behind you, I guess. Down here I've got a bunch of thread on the little spools, and then a ton of washi tape because it's pretty to look at. I don't really use it that often, but I like to look at it, and it's like pretty rainbow order, so it makes me happy. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's not like clean yet, so you're gonna see a whole lot of mess too, but I'm trying to make it a happy, cheery place. All right, so up here I have all my Distress Oxide sprays that I have so far. There's a couple that I'm actually using at the moment, so they're not up there. And then these are all the original Distress inks. So I have both the Distress Oxides and the Distress inks. I have a full set of both because I've been collecting those for a while. And then down here, I'm using a wine rack. And then instead of using the wine rack, I actually put in like little vases that I got at one point from the Dollar Tree. And in them, I have different markers and paintbrushes and colored pencils and things like that. And my Spectrum Noir Aqua marker thingies, my watercolor markers. I do have a bunch of random stuff right here right now because, like I said, I'm in the process of organizing my craft room, so there's stuff everywhere. So this is just like a pile of organizational stuff. Under there is more like tapes, fabric tapes and stuff. This is Gamsol for coloring with colored pencils. Hi, Deborah. In here, this is... Gosh, I'm like blocking out the light, so it's like really dark, sorry. This is just a bunch of sprays that don't have a home yet, but like there's just like distress spray stains, the white distress stain. There's some like from Dilutions, I think, in here too somewhere. Yeah, some Dilutions ones also. I just don't know where I'm gonna put those yet. Then I have my swatches. So these are all of my Hero Arts ink swatches. So I've swatched out all the colors I have, and I keep them on this little ring, binder ring. And then I've done the same thing here with my embossing folders. So I just embossed all the embossing folders that I have, put them on these little tags. Hey Trudy, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my gosh. I don't feel like I've seen you in a while. And then like here, there's more. I have a lot of embossing folders, you guys. So yes, but then that way you know which ones you have without having to flip through all of them, and you know what they look like once they're embossed. Hey Lisa. And then also, this is out because I don't know where to put it yet. Just some craft foam and like random foamy bits from giving dimension to my projects and all of that. Underneath here is a new To My Craft Room setup. No, I'm not going to the event at Brutus Monroe. I actually have some stuff to tell you guys in a little bit but I'll wait till the end, so hang tight. Okay, so these are all not necessarily going to stay in this order, so things might move, but I'm not sure. So down here, these are 3 Alex drawers that I've put side by side to use behind me where I sit to craft. So I've got just like washi tapes and stuff like that down there. This one has all of my threads. So I've got this container that has all my baker twine. Then I've got this little thing that sits under it with looser bits and bobs and all my little rolls and spools of twine and string and stuff like that. This one has more foam tapes, lots and lots of foam tapes. I've got my Brutus Monroe foam tape. I've got stuff from Crafter's Companion, and then a ton of like foam adhesive squares and circles and dots and all kinds of dimension things. And then in this one, I have all things like gel plate on top. So I have my giant gel plate, my giant gel plate, my little gel plate, the paper that I use, my gel plate tin that has my other gel plates, and then underneath I have like my colored pencils and other watercolor mediums, things like that. Woohoo. And then this one has my 2 little trays of mini ink cubes. So I can just pull those right out and use those. These are from Close to My Heart. I was actually given them, but you can buy them, I believe, still. Oh, that's awesome, Heidi. Okay, so here in this bottom drawer, I have all of my aqua pigments over there in that drawer. And then these are alcohol inks. And so to go with that, I have all of my palettes, my little alcohol ink foam blender thingy, alcohol solution, blending, like alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and Yupo paper. So that's all that in the bottom drawer. I figured I should keep it there because it was a little heavy. This one is empty. Woo! An empty drawer. Can you believe it? This one has all of my paints and stuff. It's missing a couple things because they're actually out on my desk right now because I was creating with it. But it's got like my surface sprays in here. This is just like mostly craft paint. And then I have these reactive metallic texture pastes in here as well from Heidi Swapp. This one is like my mixed media sort of drawer. I'm going to put something back in there right now, actually. So this one, Lord have mercy. This one is for like all the things I do with my mixed media stuff. So it's got like texture pastes, embossing pastes, pearl pastes, glitter glazes, my texture effect pastes from Prima, chroma glazes, all the things. So that's like my mixed media drawer. And then this one is still kind of in process as well. Gosh, the lighting is awful. Sorry, you guys. In this one, this is where my gesso and stuff goes. So I've got like my black gesso, my white gesso, some paints up here, and then these are all my Dina Wakley paints that I use frequently for my gel plate. I'm like out of breath, which is so sad. It's probably because I never shut up. I don't know why I'm out of breath. You guys are going to watch this on the replay. If anyone watches this and be like, what is wrong with her? Why is she so out of breath? Whew. Let me just take a second, y'all. Okay, so this, I'm going to start at the bottom because why not? This just has some extra paper and stuff in it. So I've got my Spectrum Noir pads, my Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock, some Crafter's Companion stuff that has like Nina Desert Storm and Nina Classic Crest, I think. Just papers. Those aren't going to stay there. They'll go somewhere else eventually, but it was convenient for now. This drawer has like embossing accessories. So it has my coffee filters, my little pour out tray for embossing powder, extra coffee filters, tasting spoons, Swiffer cloths, my little bags, yeah, my powder tools, embossing dabber, emboss it pens, so all things embossing accessories. And then right above that is my embossing powder drawer. So I've obviously got like my Brutus Monroe embossing powder, lots of containers with embossing powders that I use fairly frequently, lots of Brutus Monroe embossing powders here. And then a couple that are in these little spice containers back here that you can just pour out of, which is convenient. Then this is my Misty drawer and my acrylic block drawer. So I've got 2 original size Misties and 1 mini Misty. And then I also have like acrylic blocks, lots of like the creative corner stuff. I've got like some grid pads underneath there. And then if you lift these off, I have another thing full of acrylic blocks. So I've got a lot. They coexist very happily in this drawer. This drawer makes me really happy. I like it a lot. And then this drawer is my most used black inks because I have a problem. They should start a support group for people who have too many black inks. These are all black inks. These are some black inks and some specialty inks. So it's like watermark inks, embossing inks. There's an alcohol lift ink, the perfect medium, and then some white pigment inks also. But that's that. All right, let me get up off the floor. Okay, so over here, I've just got some stuff that doesn't have a home yet. It's just hanging out. Like I said, my room is a disaster right now. But that's that. Oh, I should tell you that underneath there in that cabinet, and then underneath this door in this cabinet is actually paper. So it's all 12 by 12 paper. It's a lot of paper. I have a lot of paper, you guys. It's a problem. Okay, so then I have these things that I got from Michael's forever ago, which hold 12 by 12 paper. So there's a lot of that also. Lots of different kinds. Yeah, I think that's the problem with all of us crafters. We all have too much paper. But so I like the way that it looks. It's nice and organized. And then coming up, this is the little unit that my husband built to help store my cards that I've made. I'm like trying to pull it out a little bit without it falling on the floor. But I do sell some of my cards at craft shows, so that's why they have the little price stickers on them. It's just easier to keep them labeled. And then if I send them to a friend, I just obviously take that off and put it in an envelope. But they're all organized. Well, I mean, right now they're not really organized, but they're all like, I just have so many cards, you guys, like hundreds and hundreds of cards that I've made. Some that you guys will remember me making that I've made in live videos before. But yeah, like we made this in a live video. Yeah. There's just a ton. I have a lot of cards. I think we made this in a live video maybe. This one I just recently shared with Ranger as a guest designer. I don't know, there's tons. I have like a billion cards. So that's that. I have a lot of greeting cards. Let me push it back in there. Okay, so then going up, I have these 3 bins that store my 6x8 stamp sets because they're too large to fit in my other stamp storage. So when I'm looking for something, they're all stored alphabetically by brand and then by the name of the stamp set. So I can just pull it out and then flip through and find what I need, which is nice and convenient. And then up above, I have my little Nuvo station. So this is most of the stuff that I have from Nuvo, lots of different colors. And then I've also got some enamel accents and things like that on there. And then this is where I'm putting my embossing folders. So once I find one that I like, then I can just come and find it here. That's that. And then this is the full set of Tombow dual brush pens. They are watercolor pens. They've got a twin tip. They're great for brush lettering. That's what I use them for. So they sit nice and pretty up on the top. Do you mean these baskets, the little rose gold ones? I actually got them at Walmart. I don't think they have the rose gold ones anymore, but they do have, I think, just regular gold. Because I went back trying to find more rose gold ones and I couldn't find any. Do I store matching dies with stamp sets or separately? If it's a coordinating die, I store it together. Let's see. Like, which one do I have a coordinating die for? Yeah, like this. So I just pop it in the back of the folder. And then there's the stamp set and the die. If it's a standalone die, then it goes somewhere else. And I'll reorganize that later. Okay, so over here I have a closet that goes into the attic. There's a pegboard we made previously. My kids are like playing some sort of xylophone musical instrument. Sorry. My mom painted this turtle for me to go in my house like 9 years ago or something. And I've been keeping it and carrying it around with me from house to house. So I'll be putting that up eventually. Those are just boxes of stuff that I need to get rid of, but that's the hallway back to our bedrooms and all of that. And then we've got my IKEA unit, which the top is a disaster right now. But I'm working on it. So I've got my Make Art station up there. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Ribbon, just stuff that doesn't have a home yet. It's all going to get organized into somewhere here, but I don't know where yet. But yeah, so this is my IKEA Kallax unit. I'll step back so you guys can hopefully kind of see stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled here, so... But you can kind of get the general idea. So here is where I'm storing my regular size stamp sets, like 4x6 and smaller. I'm using the Jennifer McGuire method, which is to hold them in these fridge bins in the like Avery L stamp pockets. I have these dividers that I made out of scrapbook paper that I just laminated and then put a little label on. And they're sorted by brand and then by name within the brand. So when I'm looking for something, I know exactly where to find it. That is important to me because I design for companies. And so I find it easier to do it by brand so that if I need to design something for a specific company, it's already there and I know where it is. But for other people, it may be more convenient to, do them by like theme or something like that. I don't know. But for me, brand is good. This is overflow for my stamps. So I'm starting to move into another basket. This is just like banners that I've made, like high chair banners for my Etsy shop. Over here, these are my 6x6 background stamps. The lighting is really bad. This is what I'm about to start doing. You can see they're all just kind of like in there. This is what I'm about to start doing. So I've got them in these little stamp pockets. And then I stamped out the image of the background stamp on this piece of paper. And then I just labeled it. So that way I know exactly what it is without having to try to look at the thing and figure out which stamp set it is. So I like that. This thing is the scrapbook.com easy albums kit that we were working on in some of my live videos. So I've still got projects to work on with that. And then I've just got some other little albums for my layouts and things like that. This is temporary, but this is just a whole bunch of cardstock. It's not going to stay here, but I don't know. It's there for now. So in the drawers, I put random stuff for now. This is all like glitter sequins and things like that. And then same with this drawer. It's all like types of glitter, all the sparkly things. And then here we've got an empty drawer. Oh, an empty drawer. I love empty drawers. That means I have room to organize still. More empty drawers. And then this one has all my Simon Hurley Create inks and re-inkers. And then actually it looks like I have some random, like I have a Distress Oxide re-inker, and some Brutus Monroe re-inkers, and then like 2 Copic refills also. Sorry the lighting is so bad over here. I wish I had better lighting. This drawer has cleaning supplies. So it's got like my Squeaky Clean, my Swiffer cloth, some microfiber cloth, Goo Gone. Underneath here I've got like my stamp chamois and my Hero Arts scrubby pad thing. And then this one. Okay, bye Trudy, see ya. This one has all my stuff that I use to organize my stamps. So all my Avery L pockets. Down here I've got some of those magnetic vent covers that I use to put my dies on. And then these are the clear plastic sleeves that I use to put my cards in when I display them, like in my little rack that I showed you guys. And that's that. So all of these little magazine things have 8.5 by 11 size paper in them. It's just a lot. I have a lot of paper, you guys. Yeah, it's a lot. And then these bins down at the bottom are mostly empty. One of them has like some fabric or something in it, and I don't know, some random junk, but it was just to put out of the way. These are more cards that I haven't sorted yet. These are the things I store my sequins in. Okay, bye, Donna. Oh no, leaking sink. I hope you guys get it fixed. But yeah, so these are just like the little containers I have to hold my sequins. I have 3 of them. Lots of sequins. This is my banner that I put up at craft shows. Yep. And then in this random cubby down here, there is a laminator and a toaster oven. The toaster oven I actually use to make my own enamel dots. This is just like a random pile of doom. The sequins are, they're called tiny containers, something like that. If you type in !Amazon, it'll take you to my recommendation page. And if you look under craft supplies or craft organization, I have them linked in there. So it'll take you right to it. Yes, so this is all stencils and dies that I have to organize yet. I haven't done that yet. And then I've got this other unit. This is actually going to go under my desk as a support piece, but we haven't figured that out yet, like how it's going to work. So for now, it's just kind of like hanging out. The bottom is empty, but I've just got it kind of like organized by, so this is like random pens, gel pens that actually has highlighters in it too. These are my like other fancy kind of pens, my sticky Post-it note tape, water brushes, things like that. Random pile of doom. I mean, that's basically my whole craft room, let's be honest. My sand eraser and like adhesive eraser, and then some tools that I use fairly frequently. Ask me about my fork. That is a craft tool, not a kitchen utensil. This is what I use to tie my tiny little bows, so it's clean, I promise. I only use them in the craft room. But yeah, so that's just some random stuff. And then this one has... Yes, exactly, for bows. It has adhesives, my craft mats, my cleaning supplies, like baby wipes and microfiber towels and like some random foam tapes and stuff. So this is supposed to be the stuff that I use really frequently. And then in the top drawer, I've got palette knives, foam brushes, paint brushes, my spatulas for mixed media, my splatter brush, my water mister thingy, scissors. Now, some of the tools that go in here are actually on my desk right now, so it's not quite full, but that's that. And then there's all my Brutus Monroe stuff. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it, that I keep right there because that's what I have been needing to make projects for. And another random pile of doom that I haven't sorted yet. You can see my trash can. And then we'll come back to my desk and do that last. But over here, these are eventually going to go away, but they're just storing random crap right now. Some empty organizers for when I put my stuff away. And then over here in this dark corner, sorry, these two little units are from IKEA also. They're called like Trofast or something like that. But those little bins come out and you can take them to your table. So I've got like behind the letterboard, I have all of my resin stuff. So my molds and the chemical stuff and all the things to make resin. Obviously the letterboard. And then on the bottom, it's like flowers and things like that. So silk flowers. And then really another pile of random doom. I've got decorations and bins. That whole entire black tote there is full of packaging supplies for when I send out orders or like giveaways and freebies to people. So yay, that's that. And then that brings us back over to here, which is, this is like random craft show supplies. So I don't know where I'm going to put those yet, but it's stuff that I bring with me when I do craft shows, like bags and tissue paper and my little money till, all that jazz. Lots of cords on the floor because we haven't figured out our cord management yet. And then popping up, so we're getting towards my desk now. This little thing here, or big thing I should say, is a tripod. It's meant for like a laser level actually, but like, or a camera. And I have my selfie stick attached to the tripod and it just sits over my desk so that I can point it down at the table and craft. And that's how I usually do my filming and my live videos that you guys get to see. But that's how it's set up. It's just a tripod with a selfie stick attached to it and it hangs right over my desk. More random piles of dooms, you guys, or random piles of doom. Clear organizers that I haven't used yet. Little blender brushes, lots more clear organizers. There's my heat tool and my light. Rolls of paper towels and things like that that I will need. And then just coming over here, we're not going to go into too much depth or detail because my desk is just like a terror zone right now. But this is my little clear spinny thing, which I just took a bunch of stuff out of. So it used to be completely full, but I've moved some of that to my other organizers and things. So it's a little empty right now. But I'm working on that. Random supplies that I've literally been using today for a project, which is why I don't have any room. This is like a sneak peek of what's going on the blog for you guys at midnight tonight. So I just finished this layout for Brutus Monroe. This was when I was pregnant with my second son, and that's my oldest there. And then I also have this little unit here, this white thing, which holds my iPad. That's what I was reading your guys' comments with until recently on my live videos. More random stuff, it's so messy, you guys, I'm so embarrassed. And then really the only other thing is like, that's my mouse and then my computer monitor. So that now my computer is over here that I can, watch videos and all of that with you guys. But yeah, so you can see I've got like stamp supplies out and things that I was creating with and making a huge mess. And that's the other corner of my desk. So I've got my Caterpillar Pro buried under here under extra supplies, some stuff that I haven't put away yet. My computer, which is giant and ridiculous. It's actually a gaming computer that I built and I just never changed it. And then under here, there's my Cuttlebug and my cutting plates. Just some random tools and stuff and some tags. And like literally I've got paper on the floor, random junk everywhere. Don't judge me too harshly. But yeah, so that is a basic look at my craft room, you guys. It is a huge mess right now. I'm going to sit down and see if I can't hold on, turn this around. Hopefully catch my breath a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop it in here and hope to goodness you guys don't get motion sickness. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Hang tight. Okay. All right. So that is that, you guys. That is a look at my craft room in all its disastrous glory. Like I said, don't judge me too harshly. It's in progress, but it's why I can't craft right now, really, because it's such a huge mess and I'm just in the process of like moving everything around. But yeah, so that's that. I did want to let you guys know there are some things that are coming up that are changing for me. So I just figured I would share that with you guys. So I've got 2 projects coming up this week for Brutus Monroe. So I have one at midnight tonight, and then at midnight the following night, so Tuesday and Wednesday. So on tomorrow, on Tuesday, I will be on the Brutus Monroe blog. And then on Wednesday, it's the team blog hop. The inspiration team does a blog hop every week. And then that actually is going to be my last post for Brutus Monroe. So I am leaving the design team. It's been a year since I joined it, pretty much. Like a little shy of a year. So I've been on the team for a while, and I have learned a whole lot, and I've gotten a ton of exposure, and I've just had a really good experience. And oh no, not the sad faces. It's not sad. I just thought it was time for me to kind of explore new waters and see what all is out there. And yeah, I don't know. It just felt like the wind was changing and it was time for me to do something different. So those are going to be my last 2 posts. But I'm still going to use Brutus Monroe stuff. Like, don't feel like I'm just going to like drop off the face of the planet and not use any Brutus Monroe things anymore. Not at all the case. It's not like that at all. Yeah, I'll definitely still use Brutus Monroe stuff, but those will just be my last 2 official posts as part of the design team. But I just wanted to let you guys know so it wasn't like a complete shock or you just wondered what the heck happened to me. And since it's so close, I just figured that I would let you guys know, since it's literally the day after tomorrow. Yes, it is always good to grow and change, for sure. I just feel like it's been a while. It's been a year. That's a long time in design team world. A lot of times the commitments are only 3 or 6 months. And I've loved being on the team and I've enjoyed creating and getting to know all of you guys. But it just felt like it was time for me to branch out and try some new things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't have anything official, like no big announcements coming or anything like that, as far as I know right now. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I will still definitely be around. I'm going to be doing my lives. I'll still use Brutus Monroe stuff for sure. Yeah, I don't know. So there's that. And then like you guys know, I recently started on the Simon Hurley Create design team. So I will still be continuing to share projects for that and for the Ultimate New Educator certification program, which I'm hoping to have a little more time to get back into and do more of that. Because I kind of have taken a break from it since Creativation. I just haven't really done much with it and I want to get back to that. And then, yeah, I've just been enjoying doing more scrapbook layouts and things like that in addition to my card making. So, testing the waters and seeing what all is out there. But yeah, so, if you guys are interested in picking anything up from Simon or Ranger in general, let me know. I have a coupon code that you guys can use all the time to get 20% off your order. So if you end up ordering directly from Ranger, then you can use the coupon code SIMDES. So like Simon Designer, like the first 3 letters, SIMDES 20, so 20. And that will get you 20% off your purchase. Feel free to use my affiliate links, of course. If you want to, you can. It helps support my channel, but you don't have to. But yeah, so that's a coupon code for you guys. Just for me being on the design team, Ranger was super kind to offer that. And yeah. Oh, thanks, Belinda. Thanks, Tina. I'm excited for new opportunities and hopefully something exciting will come up. But for now, I'm just going to be creating things that I love and playing with brands that I love and see where it takes me. And I'm still on the Spectrum Noir design team as well, so you'll definitely still see projects from me on that. Uh-oh. Sorry, I had a low battery notification. You ordered on release day and haven't gotten it yet? What? From Ranger? Yikes. That's odd. Have you contacted them? Because that was like a while ago, right? That was a while ago. I would contact them. But yeah, that discount code is good for like distress oxides and things like that. Oh, okay. So they got oversold maybe. Oh, that's a bummer. Sorry, Belinda. Yeah, if you guys want to check out the release, you can. It's you can do !Ranger and it will take you right over there, or you can do !Scrapbook DOTCOM, and they have their products in stock as well. So I'll definitely be doing more videos. I actually have one coming for you guys tomorrow, where I will be using some Simon Hurley products for 3 cards. So I'll have 3 cards in one video for you. I am going to try to get back on track with my original plan, which was to do my lives on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then have pre-recorded videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I think having a good mix of both the lives and the recorded videos is important. So I will definitely be trying to do that. And then, did you guys get a chance to see my guest post over on Justine Hovey's channel? If you're not following Justine Hovey, she is another card maker. She has a really big audience. I think she has like almost 50,000 subscribers or something on YouTube. It's crazy. But she invited me to be a guest on her YouTube channel, and I made a video for her channel where I did gel plate printing, and how you can use the gel plate in card making. So I showed how to use it and then how to get it into your projects for cards. So if you haven't checked it out, I have a link over in my community page. So if you're on my channel, there's a little tab at the top that says community. You just click it, and then right there, the first thing on there is a link to the video on Justine's channel. It's definitely a huge help if you guys leave comments and thumbs up so that she knows that you like the video, if you do. Did you ever get craft block? All the time. Like literally, it took me all day yesterday and today to make this, because at every step I was like, I don't know what to do, and everything I do is making it worse. Sometimes I just have to walk away and come back to it later, because otherwise I just get super frustrated and I just waste a bunch of time sitting here staring at it, like literally no idea what to do with it. Other times, if it's something where like I haven't started a project yet, but I need some sort of inspiration, I will go on Pinterest or YouTube or wherever, and I'll just search something to do with what I want to make. So let's say I want to make something fall related. I might go on Pinterest and just search like fall color palette or fall mood board or something like that. And then I just look at the pictures until something stands out at me and inspires me, and then I just go to town. So I might take one element or something. I don't know. I was also surprised when I was playing my farm game and there you were with a scrapbook ad. Was it a scrapbook.com ad? Was it for Christmas in July? That was fun. I was right after Tim Holtz, which was crazy. That was nuts. That was really fun. I liked doing that. That was super cool. I hope to do more stuff with scrapbook.com in the future. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. But I will definitely have some projects coming up with stuff from them soon. So if you're interested in some of their exclusives or things like that, I definitely have some projects coming up for you with those. And then also, I have recently partnered with Arteza. So I will be reviewing some of their products soon. I think I'm going to do the brush pens, so the real brush pens, and then some of their metallic paint and their mixed media paper too. So we will see. I'm trying to pull your comment back up, Heidi, because, oh, there we go. Saw a great suggestion, walking away is good. And the suggestion I saw was making something you feel like making, and then, yes, because honestly, for me, when I have to create for a deadline, it's hard sometimes because there's just a lot of pressure for the project to be really good. Really good. I don't know whose standards those are, but I feel like I need to make like a crazy, epic, super awesome product. And I just don't always feel inspired to do it. And it gets really difficult sometimes because you have a deadline and you have to produce X number of products by this date. And that in and of itself can be really inspiration sucking. But you know, you just kind of get through it, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I just walk away. Sometimes I just do something else. Sometimes I just turn on an episode of something and I start watching it and then like mindlessly start kind of moving things around on my desk. And then I might add a few things to my project and then I sit for a few minutes and then I come back to it and I add something. And then before you know it, I've added like piece by piece enough that I'm like, oh, okay, now I know where I want to go with this. Whereas before I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. But yeah, so I think it's different for every person, like what is motivating and what's inspiring, but that's kind of what it is for me. And I like to look on Instagram too and see what other people are creating. And sometimes just seeing like let's say I go on Instagram and I'm scrolling through the feed and I see like Tiffany Solorio is a good one because she does a lot of mixed media stuff and I've been really trying to do more mixed media and learn about how to do that and incorporate it into my layouts. And so I'll see something in her feed and I'll be like, oh, I love that color palette. Or, oh, she used like a stencil and a texture paste and whatever. And so I take like one thing that she did or one thing that I liked about her project and then I make my own completely different project based on something that I saw from her. And that's true with a lot of different people. So it's like 100% okay to be inspired by other people and create something as a result of that. I feel like a lot of times that kind of stuff gets discouraged, like, oh, you're copying me or like you stole my work or something like that. But I mean, I wouldn't make videos and share my work if I didn't want people to be inspired by it. I think it would be really sad if no one was inspired by it because then what's the point? I mean, the point for me in making things is to share my creativity with other people and hopefully inspire them to also share their creativity with other people and kind of like keep it going and have like a fun crafting community. Everyone has their own motives and their own reasons for doing crafting and all of that, but for me, that's what it is. I just like the community and I like to be able to share my projects with you guys and like talk to you and be friends. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't really have that many friends in my real day-to-day life because I have 2 small children and I don't really leave the house that much. So it's nice to be able to come on and talk to people who are crafty and who get it, like they understand like that I'm doing more than arts and crafts. That I'm not just like gluing popsicles together or something. Because like if I tell people like I'm a crafter or I make cards or whatever, they're like, oh, that's cool. So you're like a kindergarten teacher, basically, you know? I don't know. It's just this feeling that you get that they're, I don't know, people don't get it. And so it's nice to talk to you guys who do get it and who enjoy the same things and understand, you know, what I'm into. But yeah, so that's that. Do you guys have any questions for me at all before we wrap up and head out? On Wednesday, I hope that I will be able to have enough space on my desk clear that we can actually make something. But yeah, Crafty Squad, yes, for sure. I need more Crafty Squad in my life. Where's my squad goals t-shirt? That's what I need. But yeah, so I'm hoping by Wednesday we will be able to get something made. I'm kind of digging my organization here because it actually looks halfway decent once I get some drawer fronts going on over there. It's like backwards. But once I get some drawer fronts, I think it will look quite nice as a little backdrop for my filming and all of that. Takes bravery to leave what is comfortable. Oh, thanks, Amy. I'm excited for hopefully new beginnings. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. There's a lot of cool design team calls out there right now. Actually, if you guys are interested in applying for design teams, there are a lot that are popping up right now for either their next year's terms or fall terms. Butterfly Reflections Inc., which is an online store. Vanessa is the owner. My mouth wouldn't speak for a second. Vanessa Middleton. I actually stayed with her at Creativation. We got a house together. And anyway, I was on her design team and it was great. So she does a little online store. She's having a design team call right now. I think Little Birdie Crafts is having a design team call right now. Who else? Waffle Flower. If any of you guys are interested in them, they're having a design team call right now. Oh, there's a bunch of design team calls. Go and search on Facebook or Instagram. Just search like design team call, or like on Instagram, you might search like the hashtag DT call, and you might find some there. But yeah, there's groups you can join on Facebook too if you're looking for design team calls, or if that's something you guys are interested in. Yeah. I will always support you guys and wish you the best and cheer you on if you guys decide to apply for things like that. So it never hurts to get your name out there. So don't feel like, oh, I have to wait until I get better. I have to wait until whatever it is, because you'll be waiting forever. Like, you'll never feel ready. So I would just say apply. And the worst that can happen is they say no. But probably the worst that happens is they never reply, which does happen. I've had that happen to me very frequently. I've applied for a ton of design teams that I didn't get, and that's okay. I'm not a perfect fit for everybody, and there's a ton of talented people out there who are more talented than I am, or their talents are different than mine, and that's what the company is looking for at the time. So it just depends on, it'll happen when it's the right moment, but I would encourage you guys to get your name out there and apply, because if you don't try, then it will never happen. But if you do try and you put your name out there and you start applying, you're getting your name and your brand and your face out there in front of these companies, who will then remember that you applied the last time, and they'll say, oh, she replied, I don't know, however long ago. Let's take a look. She's applying again. Sorry, the comments keep going away. Hold on one second. It's so hard on my phone. Okay, the blog requirements. Blog requirements always scare me. Oh, not much of a blogger. Oh, yeah, a lot of them want blogs and some of them don't. So it just depends. I think any blog is fine. And you don't have, oh, my phone's gonna die soon. You don't have to go crazy with the blog either. Just post photos of what you made and be like, I used this product and this is what I did. And it doesn't have to be long or involved or anything like that. Love seeing all the inspiration but going through 20 plus Yes, the blog hops are getting really long. I agree. Some of them are really, really long. I like it when they break it into multiple days, because that makes it a little more manageable, because you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to spend 4 hours going through all these blogs and leaving comments. Belinda, was that Belinda that said that? Sorry about the shaking camera, you guys. Anxiety and lack of confidence is a killer. Amen, sister. I have really bad anxiety myself, really bad. And it takes a lot for me to get on here, and especially to be like this in front of the camera, because all I can see is look, I have a pimple. Oh, I'm being awkward. Oh, I've been out of breath for the last hour. All I'm thinking about is how everyone is going to judge me. And it's not comforting. It is very, very uncomfortable. But I force myself to do it. Number one, because I like to hang out with you guys and it's cool. But because it makes me uncomfortable, I choose to do it to try to push myself outside of my comfort zone. Oh, thanks, Amy. Yeah, I am like this really weird, like personality where I am some bizarre mix between an introvert and an extrovert. Like, I am very outgoing and I like to talk to people and I like to be social, but also I am extremely socially awkward. I really struggle sometimes with what to say or like to keep a coherent string of thought going, which obviously you guys know if you watch me. Sometimes I'm like talking and then I'm like, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was talking about. Sorry if I said anything inappropriate, weird, or whatever. But I'm like a crazy overthinker. So every time I say something comes out of my mouth and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, what if they think this? And then I go through like this whole scenario of like, what might happen if someone took something I said the wrong way, or like, what if they took it this way or that way, or I don't know. It's weird. But yes, I agree. I've gotten like weirder the older I've gotten. So like as I get older, I feel like I've gotten more and more that way. Cause it used to be, I could go out and talk to anybody and I would just be fine. My mom always called me a social butterfly and I was always very a people person. And then now a lot of times I make plans because at the time when I'm making the plans, it sounds so exciting and I'm like, yes, that sounds great. And then by the time it gets to the day before or the week before or like the hour before when I'm supposed to go and do something, I'm like, how can I get out of this? How can I stay home in my pajamas instead? Because whatever I have to do that, that is what I want. I would like to stay home in my pajamas and make some crafts or watch some TV or eat something that I probably shouldn't be eating because I need to lose 1 billion pounds. But it is what it is. That's my life right now. It's because I'm tired, okay? I'm going to use that as my excuse because I'm tired because I have 2 kids that are little terrors. It'll be their fault forever. That's cool, right? Anyway, now I'm thinking about how everyone's going to judge me because I said my kids are monsters. And they're going to be like, she's awful. She doesn't love her kids. Oh, the mind of an anxious person. It's so cool. Anyway, so now that this has been sufficiently random and weird, because it wouldn't be my video if it wasn't awkward and weird. Here we are. That's that. Once my room is completely set up, I will do an actual craft room tour where I have not a shaky hand all the time, and I will do a better job of actually like filming it all and put it together in a nice little video. But I just thought maybe you guys might want to see this. If you hated it, something fell off my desk. If you hated it, that's okay too. It was super glue. Anyway, most of us have had children. Yes, kids are crazy. They're crazy. Yes. Anyway, if you hated it, you can tell me that too. That's all right. As long as it's not mean. I mean, don't be mean. There's no reason to be mean. I saw that on my video on Justine's channel. It has like, well, the last time I checked, it had like 8 thumbs downs. I'm like, well, can't please them all. Oh, well, I don't know why they didn't like my video, but they didn't like it. They didn't leave a comment to tell me why. So I don't know why they didn't like it, but oh, well, doesn't hurt me any. It actually helps the video. When you thumbs down it, it just tells YouTube that people are engaged with the video and it helps it get promoted more. Oh my gosh, 6 a.m. That's crazy. Wow. Yes, I never understand that either. I don't like if you don't watch it, just go somewhere else. That's what I do. Like if I don't like a video, then I just stop watching it because that's like a normal a normal response, I feel like. I don't know. That's true. There are people who thumb down without watching it. I've had that happen. Like, I literally just posted the video and there's no way they could have watched it because it's been like 30 seconds and it has a thumbs down. I'm like, why are you following my channel? Why are you subscribed to me? If you haven't even watched the video and you're not willing to watch the video, just like unsubscribe. Fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings any. I might be like, oh, I wonder why someone unsubscribed. Weird. Yeah, some people are jealous. There's nothing to be jealous of here. There's nothing to be jealous of. You guys saw the crap all over my craft room, and there's nothing to be jealous of. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. I'm going to head off so that I can hopefully clean in here a little bit more. We'll see what happens. And I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Maybe they aren't into gel plates. That's true. Like, just don't watch the video. Fine. But yeah, anyway, so I will see you guys on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll have enough stuff cleared so that we can actually make a card. If you want to see anything, drop a comment in the replay after it processes and let me know. If there's anything you guys want to do in our live videos. So I'll try to keep a running list of things that you guys want to see, so that we can stay relevant. But yeah, so that's that. I love you guys all to pieces. Thanks for hanging out with me and tolerating my weirdness. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Mwah! Bye, guys.